Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 12 huge Coronation Street spoilers for next week. Next week on Coronation Street, the pressure increases on Joel after Lauren gives birth. Elsewhere, tensions rise between Mason and Dylan once again, while Alina makes her return to Weatherfield. Here's our full guide to 12 big moments coming up. Lauren faces an anxious wait at the hospital after giving birth to her baby son prematurely. The new arrival lies in an incubator and Lauren can't help fearing the worst. Will he pull through? The S. Swain turns up to visit Lauren at the hospital. It's another difficult moment for Lauren as Swain hopes to ask her some more questions. How much will she give away? Later in the week, Max tries his best to show that he's there for Lauren and he kindly invites her out for lunch. Betsy rebukes Joel for throwing her out of his car in the middle of a rough estate. She warns Joel that he now owes her. Later, Betsy makes her demands by asking Joel for £100 in exchange for her silence over the way he targets young girls. Joel is left furious and drags Betsy into the ginnel to threaten her. Alina and Fizz are surprised to come face-to-face in the Freshco's car park. Alina explains that she's making a brief return to testify in a trial relating to human trafficking. Even though Alina doesn't intend to stay, Fizz wonders whether to tell Tyrone that his ex is back in town. Cassie visits the streetcar's office and spots Alina's name on a booking. Alina has requested a cab to take her back to the airport. Meddling Cassie takes Steve's taxi to pick up Alina and brings her back to Coronation Street, against her will. How will Tyrone react when he sees Alina again? Beth is relieved after retrieving her latest batch of counterfeit t-shirts, which had mistakenly been placed in the Underworld van for delivery. She heads to the ginnel to hand over the merchandise to Sid and receive payment, but Craig and Kit both witness the dodgy exchange. When Sid withdraws a job offer following the drama, Beth is forced to ask Carla if she can return to work at the factory. Hope abruptly dumps Sam as she's now interested in pursuing Jack. Fizz fears her daughter is making the wrong choice. Later in the week, Hope visits the GP surgery and tells Dargadas that she wants to go on the pill. Dargadas supplies Hope with condoms but encourages her to have an open dialogue with her family. How will Fizz and Tyrone respond? Stu's concerned to spot Mason stealing food, especially when the teenager reveals that he's homeless. Despite this, Mason refuses to accept any charity when Stu offers him a place to stay at No 6. Later in the week, Stu changes tactics by offering Mason a job as a pot washer at Speed Doll. This sparks a backlash from some of the locals, including Lamb's worried stepdad Gary. Mason confides in Betsy about how he's worried over the hostile reaction to him in Weatherfield. Betsy meddles by warning Dylan not to mess with Mason, pointing out that he has access to sharp knives in his new job at Speed Doll. When word of this gets back to Mason, he warns Betsy that he can fight his own battles. As Mason and Dylan come face to face again, will the teenagers' tensions boil over once again? Leanie remains convinced that she's doing the right thing by distancing herself from Toya's cancer treatment. Nick is stunned by Leanne's coldness when she fails to offer her sister any words of support before her latest appointment. He steps in to accompany Toya to the hospital instead. Rowan informs Leanne that Willow has chosen her to run the Institute's new resource center. Leanne's first responsibilities will include meeting with Grant, a potential investor. Rowan introduces Leanne to Grant, then leaves her alone to take the lead with the sales pitch. Steve enjoys Cassie's company as they watch a Weatherfield County game together. Tim asks about Demi, who was Steve's other recent love interest. Steve admits that he'd forgotten all about her.